So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Wargames and I'm bringing to you guys a DDD Lair of Darkness deck profile, and this is a very interesting build that I found being used by OCG channel on YouTube, so shout outs to them. But they're using this in the door and I found some really cool synergies with this deck, being able to make some really cool and unique monsters again, at a very consistent rate, and I just wanted to share with you guys the profile because, as I said, it's very interesting, it's very unique, and I haven't seen this combo being used until now, and focused around an old monster that I really like, that just doesn't get used anymore. So with all that said and done, let's get into the profile, starting off with the DD. It is based around this guy, DDD Dragon King Pendragon. So what he does is that he's a level 7 DD monster, fiend type, that can be summoned by tributing one DD monster, one fiend monster, and one dragon type monster from your hand or side of the field. You can also discard a card to give him a 500 attack points, and I think pop a back row. Destroy one spell trap card in the field. So he has a nice spell and trap removal, but the main important thing is that he's a searchable monster that can tribute monsters to get your Lair Darkness effects off, and just get bodies onto the field for some very cool synchro and Xyz plays, while also just being a beat stick in his own right. The also cool thing is that because he states dragon type monster, if you have Lair Darkness in play, you can tribute things like your opponent's borrow monsters. So if you're facing against like a borrow load in your opponent's field, you can play a Lair Darkness, summon, you don't even actually then have to summon a DD, you just go cool, play a Lair Darkness, activate Pendragon to tribute a dragon and fiend type monster, I tribute DD in hand and your borrow, and then you can summon Pendragon. So he has very unique ways of like hydring your opponent's monsters depending on what type of monsters you're up against. So Pendragon is the theme around this deck, like he is a glue that sticks this whole thing together, and you're going to see the rest of it. So moving on with the DDs, standard triple Kepler, search your contract, search your Pendragon. We play double Leonidas because this is a very simple, you could say, DD lineup. Leonidas is in here as a nice searchable way to keep you alive from your contracts, and just being a consistent level 7 that you can summon to help you go into your synchro and Xyz plays. To run up the pendulums, I am playing one Thomas just to help you get your pendulums back into your hand, so you'll always have a resource in your hand to use with your Pendragon, as well as like Keplers to summon to search for the gates that you need if your gates have been destroyed. Also Leonidas as well. And then for the other DDs, I'm just playing one Lamia and one Necro Slime, just for the versatility in the deck. Lamia is a searchable tuner that you can have to go with your synchro plays, as well as being a level 1, so you can make some start off with some easy link plays. And Necro Slime as well, similar thing, but just to enable some fusion summons that if you want to use, you can take Necro Slime out. But it is a nice discard outlet for your card effects, and just being again a level 1 monster, you can just start your plays off as well. So Necro Slime is in here for that. No Spell Slimes needed in this profile. Though if you wanted to, you can put them in. You can reduce the ratios of the other cards in the deck. But moving on to the dragon types, yes, we've got to have some dragons. And Tefnurit is very good in this deck. So searchable dragon via the Heroic Seal, and has a very nice effect when tributed, which, as we said, Pendragon tributes. So you tribute Tefnurit in hand after you can search it, and then Tefnurit goes off, gets you a normal monster to help you go into your Xyz or synchro plays. So Tefnurit is very versatile in the deck. Also, it's a free summon if you're going second, which can help you go into some link summons if you want to. So Tefnut is just amazing in this deck, and that's the only Heretic we play. I was thinking of playing Sue, but I had to take Sue out to fit some other cards in there to make the deck a bit more consistent and more versatile. But if you wanted to, you could probably put in a few copies of Sue. I think 3 would be a bit too much. But maybe like 1 or 2 copies, just so you always have a Heretic in your deck to be a target. And then moving on to the normals, obviously to go with the Heretic, I'm playing 1 Flamvell Guard and 2 Red Eyes Black Dragons. I was thinking of playing 2 Flamvells as well, but since I got Lamia in the deck as another level 1 tuner to search, you should always have a level tuner that can be summoned and searched to go into a synchros. But I wanted to go with 2 Red Eyes Black Dragons because it's also an allure target, so you got the versatility there. And I feel like the rank 7s would be a lot more interesting to go into than your synchros. But that's just my personal preference, so that's why I've gone with this ratio. You can again up Flamvell Guard, but if my personal preference, I would probably up the Lamia over the Flamvell, just because the Lamia has a bit more options to use. And then finishing off with the Lair engine, I'm obviously playing the 3 Aram and the 1 Diablos just to finish off with the Lair engine. Aram to obviously search Lair and be a consistency card in its own right, and also removal, and Diablos is just Diablos. You gotta play Diablos if you're playing Lair of Darkness. It's also a dragon that you contribute for the Pendragon. Not sure if it will summon itself afterwards, but that's just a ruling that someone had to put in the comments. Moving on to spells, 2 Lair of Darkness. I didn't want to go with 3 because I think 3 would be a bit too cloggy. Once you've got 1 in play, you should be fine. Plus, you've got the 3 Arams to search it anyway. Then I'm playing 3 Gates. You'll have your rotor for your DDs. And where is the? I swear I put 3 in here. It's probably underneath. Yes, underneath. These sleeves can be a bit sticky. Very weird. No force. And then the 3 seals, you know, your rotor for the Tefnut. And then we got the 1 for 1. Play many level 1s in the deck. You want to get to Kepler if you haven't got the Pendragon already combo in your hand. So you want to get to your Kepler to start getting your searches off. And then also you make your Link Reaver if you want to. 2 Allure of Darkness, I thought 3 was a bit too much. You don't want to be banishing everything, so 2 Allure should be fine. There's enough rotors in the deck to search all your pieces. 1 Monster Reborn, the 3 Call by the Graves because it's now off the ban list to 3. Thank you, Konami. So that's it for the spells. And now I'm playing the 1 Seal Eradicator Epidemic Virus and just a small Sullen Brigade of 2 strikes and 1 warning, just so you can stop some summons that you need to. So that's the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Playing some fusions. The extra deck is very utility based, which is what I really like about this this combo. It's just literally put in the cards that you know you can make consistently and easily to help you in certain situations. So I'm playing like 1 Genghis, 1 Diarch, and 1 High Genghis. So you have 3 different targets for your Necro Slime to go into depending on which situation that you need to. Genghis and High Genghis serve similar purposes in terms of being able to special summon monsters back. The High Genghis has something else that he can negate spells and traps on your turn, as well as just being a bigger beat stick for that situation. And Diarch, though, is probably the one you're probably going to the most, being a level 7, so your synchros and for your XCs, as well as the life point gain as well. I've also got 1 Vortex Dragon in here, just because for the XCs we are playing Absolute Dragon, because rank 7s are so easy to go into in this deck. So you have a rank 7 for any situation. So I could not put Absolute Dragon in there, so that you can then link away with it, send it to graveyard, and you can get a free Vortex. Speaking of Absolute Dragon, moving on to the XCs, we have the 1 Absolute Dragon, the 1 Big Eye, and the 1 Red Ice Flare Dragon, which is one of the reasons why I really wanted to make this deck profile as well. There's many reasons why I wanted to make this deck, but Red Ice Flare is one of them. Just being able to make him so easily with the Tefnut Tefnut and Pendragon combo. It's just absolutely hilarious. Monster effects and card effects in general are just so so important to this game at the moment. You're activating so many card effects in a turn. If you can make Red Eyes Flare first turn, he's got his own protection, and so I think your opponent can't be sure with card effects why it has a materials. Yeah, so unless they have some form of effect negation, they can't destroy him easily, and he's a 2800 beat 6, so not exactly running over him. They're going to activating so many effects during their main phase just to get to a point where they can out him. They've taken so much damage in the first turn that you're going to be in a good situation, good spot. So Red Eyes Flare is a very, very powerful card, and I really like him. Big Eye just to steal monsters as well, and then I always spoken about the Absolute Dragon. Synchros is one Sig 3, this DDs, you're going to be playing Sig 3's generic tuner. Just takes a DD non-tuner. Omega is just Omega, helps you, clear monster cards out of your opponent's hand. And one Supreme King Clearing just really helps outboard monsters and deal with burn damage as well. You could probably put Scarlight in here as well, it's another option. But I thought we've got the Leonidas, why not put the Clearing in here? But probably in all honesty, Scarlight's probably the better option. And then for the link monsters, we have a few link monsters. We have 5 link monsters just to help you have a link for any situation. Decode Talker is just a nice big link for you to go into that deals with tributing. One Lamphonics, just a nice generic 2. Witch's Apprentice, because everything in here is dark or will be dark with Lair of Darkness. One Master King Archfiend, because we play a lot of Fiend type monsters in this deck. Because we're playing Master King, you could probably swap Decode Talker out for Summon Sorceress, because she's just come out here in the TCG, for the European at least. So congratulations. As Summon Sorceress, you can now be used and abused by everyone by European. But so yeah, because we're playing Master King, you could swap Decode Talker out for a Summon Sorceress. You can get some nice combos going on with her. And then the one Link Kuriboh, because we play a lot of level 1s in the deck. So that, guys, is the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please leave a comments down below what you think of this build. Do you think you'll be trying it out? I think this is a very fun build at the very least. If you have a lot of these cards spare lying around, you can make this build, have some fun with your friends. And then get some very cool combos going off. And then if you feel like you like it and wanted to take it to your locals, you can either take it to the locals like this, if you're on small changes, or you can really strength and consistency out. You could probably swap the traps out for some hand traps, just to have some more faster interactions with the opponent on their turn. You could probably reduce some of the ratios down of the fun cards in here, and add in a bit more meta relevant cards if you wanted to. But this is how I think Lair DD should be played. At the very least, this is what I've come to. Seeing this deck in action and knowing the combos myself, I feel like if you wanted to mix DDs with Lair of Darkness, this is the way to go. You don't have to play the Tefnuts, the Heretics. You can play other cards. You could probably mix this, add in a few Red Eyes cards in here, like the Black Metal Dragon, and with Red Eyes Darkness or Red Eyes. That could be some nice consistency going on there. You could probably put the Rockets in here as well if you like those, just because they have their own E-Telly. I feel like any Dragon engine that has its own rotor or E-Telly should be the Dragon engine to go with. That's my shout outs to that. So again, as I said, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.